Our motoring tip of the week concerns chassis lubrication. Now, we had an email from a viewer, and basically what he was asking is, should he expressly ask for a chassis lube when he takes his car in for an oil change and minor servicing? Now, years ago, we called it an oil lube filter. That was how we titled that service. Nowadays, we just call it an oil change for minor servicing. But in any case, there's a lot of variables involved here to give this answer. Now, on modern cars, today's cars, you'd really have to look long and hard to find a grease fitting or a lube point on just about any light-duty vehicle today. Even a lot of pickup trucks and light-duty trucks and SUVs, the majority of them do not have any grease fittings in the chassis. Now, that's how they're supplied originally from the manufacturer. They're lubed for life. In other words, the component has a finite small amount of grease in it, a boot to seal the grease in there and keep the road splash and dirt and water out, and it lasts, quote unquote, for a lifetime. Nobody defines what a lifetime is. If you live on unpaved roads, that lifetime is shrunk. If you're driving on asphalt all the time in warm weather, that life is extended. The basic rule of thumb here is you need to have somebody servicing your car at least once a year, a licensed mechanic who knows where to look for these fittings, if in fact they have them, and that's unlikely to happen at the dealership's fast lube bay. Also, as the vehicle ages and components are changed, you may now have a grease fitting in a replaced aftermarket component where there wasn't one original. So you need to know where to look to see where you are in this vehicle. Here's a couple of front end components. This is a steering component called an outer tie rod end, an original one, no grease fitting. There's the boot that protects it, keeps the grease in and the water out. And this one actually still has a little bit of tension to it, still pretty decent. This is an upper ball joint, a greasable one. You can see the grease zerk right there, but this one never got greased. It was bone dry inside, rusty. You don't see any hint of lubricant, and you can see all the wear that took place on the ball stud right there, and you can see how sloppy loose this thing is. That's a lot of play. That translates into a lot of play out at the wheel and tire. But if you don't know where to look and you don't specifically have somebody doing that, the likelihood is it's just going to be out of sight, out of mind, and it doesn't happen. So once a year, vehicle into a licensed mechanic, go top to bottom, and lubricate everything. That's your motoring tip of the week.
If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you like and share us, and also make sure you check out our ongoing contest to win lots of swag from Motoring TV and our sponsors. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. 30 years of Motoring TV, a virtual automotive video goldmine at your fingertips.